They play on a razor's edge. They're both gimpable. They're both comboable. Often, it's really hard to pick who wants to be the support and who should be the aggressor. And a lot of the times, you both have to be somewhere in between. It's like you're operating on, and spectrums are misleading, but it's like you're both operating on a spectrum of whether you're a support or the aggressor. And it's not just whether you're in front. It's a very difficult team to navigate, but if you can do it, it's a very powerful team to have at your disposal.
All right, so for a long time, people have said that like Fox is the best character in the game, in theory. And something like I said earlier, for example, like Fox is good in singles, but probably the best character in singles, and he's better in doubles. So in theory, double Fox is better, but the weaknesses and the downsides to Fox, especially the technical imperfections, are massively enhanced in doubles.
With Fox, it can be difficult to know what to do when. And Fox is actually, I think, of all the high-tier characters, perhaps the worst at holding space overall, like at least for extended periods of time, right? Like he can throw out a little hitbox, or he can like dash to threaten, but really it's all very like...
It's a bark,
It's all loosey-goosey,
Yeah.
like zone control. Like it's really hard to play zone defense. Like you're going to see sometimes two Foxes just back airing up and down.
Yeah.
But not as much as you're going to see like Peaches throwing out float-canceled aerials or Marth's using forward air to zone.
Yeah. So right now you're sort of seeing the downsides of double Fox because they're down in this set.
And I mean, let's talk about Juicebox and Vist a little bit. We saw just how dynamic they are, how well they work off of each other, and having two characters who they're able to combo very strongly, and who they're going to be able to like sort of play their game where Vist can thrust forward, and then Juicebox can like make slow advances. They'll be able to do sort of whatever they need to manipulate the team's neutral. And that's going to be really effective against a team like Double Fox, who, like we were mentioning, can't hold their space as well as some other teams.
Yeah, sometimes they have to give ground, even if it's temporarily, but they can't regain it as fast in doubles a lot of times because there's a constant threat of being set up for these unbelievable team combos. We almost saw a little mini display right there.
And see, this is something that I really want to commend Juicebox for, and if you're watching and you're a Sheik Teams player, please pay attention. He got up from the ledge. It seemed like for no particular reason. There's no way he could hit anyone. There's no way he could get hit. He might as well have just laid on there. But you're not doing any good from there. If Vist got a hit, which he did, and sent him back, he was ready to follow up. All he did was put himself in an actionable position. That's really important for Sheik.
Yes. I think it's one of the reasons why, for a long time, people just like thought that Marth wasn't good in teams, because people were trying to play him like they were playing in singles, which at the time was very like forward smash heavy, laggy move heavy, you know, burning your double jump, the double jump mind game in quotes is what they call it. Situations where you couldn't be active all the time.
That nair was so good.
Yeah, that was amazing there. But as people learned eventually that a lot of times Marth, what makes him dangerous and really good in doubles is that he's able to put himself in positions to be able to do something.
Yes. Yeah, and he can get there very fast. He can reach anywhere on the stage he needs to, and almost has better thrust range than even Fox, the theoretical best character, has.
Yes. This theoretical best character right now is getting slapped and chopped. Oh, wow. Okay, he's OD.
He's gonna drop. Yeah.
I thought he was gonna do like the Smash 4, jump off down beat.
So Vist, a really good sense of the macro, and he's their aggressor in a lot of ways. And
also a really good dad. Fun fact.
Yeah, he's such a nice person. I love talking to Vist. And Juicebox did an incredible job saving, holding stage position, putting himself in the position to team combo, and then actually following through with it. Juicebox has got it in teams.
Yeah.
Like, I was super impressed by that last game from him.
So I'm wondering what kind of adjustments they're going to make. So, you know, players both like the Moon and Hacks both, they're all about making those adjustments. They're going to talk about it. They're going to think about it. They're not going to immediately run back into another match.
And listening to the Moon talk about...
going back to Marth.
Not super surprised. And the Moon also plays different Marth from what we were talking about Marth can do. He's a tough one to figure out.
He's almost anti-intuitive.
Yeah, if you watch the Moon, you're like, why the heck is this working? In fact, I mean, I love the Moon now, because I understand a little bit what he's doing. But when I was a Marth player and I didn't understand him, I felt like he just kind of held forward and pressed A a lot. And that's just so obviously not the case now that I know him a little better. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how he navigates this matchup with Marth. Because I think the real trick is he doesn't play every matchup the same. He doesn't play every player the same. every single game for the Moon is fresh.
Yes. So what's interesting about the Moon is the reason why I say sort of anti-intuitive is because a lot of times when he does something, it seems either super obvious or like super stupid almost. Almost dumb. You're like, why? What was that? But the thing is, he's all about the steps. You know those like Sherlock Holmes situations where you got to do mental battles?
I can't wait to see where you're going with this.
Well, what happens a lot of times is he thinks to himself, what are they thinking? Like, he really tries to get in his opponent's head. Really like Charles-esque. So he thinks, all right, so I should probably down tilt here. Wait a minute. They think that I should down tilt here, so I'm not going to down tilt. I'm going to stop, forward smash, because they're going to jump, thinking they're going to jump over my down tilt. And then he does it, but to your eyes, you're like, he just ran over and forward smashed. That's not smart.
The Moon, so there was an old Kirby Kaze, I think it was Kirby Kaze article about viewing the game from a problem-solving point of view. So you present your opponent with a problem, let them try to solve it, and respond to it. And it's sort of like, like think about a really simple situation that you and I both understand well. Fox at high percent on FD, like 130%. Grab's not going to do anything anymore, really. They're going for forward smash. Fox, knowing that, starts to shield more. All of a sudden, Grab's not as dangerous, right? Yeah. And you're seeing what they want to do. And the Moon does that even in teams. He does that on a grand sense, and also in those small little details. Okay, blue team is center stage, and they have a slight lead.
Yeah, you can see this is a totally different game.
Yeah, very good for the La Luna to allow Axe to finish with the up smash. So that's a guaranteed KO right away.
Yeah, and this basically just died to positioning right there.
It's a shame. Such an excellent edge guarding sequence from Juicebox, and he couldn't finish it because of teams.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really tricky. I think he shortened the Sheik up beat.
Yeah, I think this is curtains. All right, interesting. They opted to switch there, recognizing his percent.
Yes.
So if he went on stage, he was at high enough percent that up smash would kill. So that's one of those things. That's just a knowledge thing. They didn't. I doubt they had to say anything. They just recognized it and did it.
And so here's the thing: is that like they talk through gameplay, and a lot of good doubles players, you'll see this, is you'll sort of gesture towards them, right?
Yes.
So the Moon jumped slowly backwards towards the ledge, and when he saw Hax, so he was saying like, Hax, I'll get the ledge. He didn't say it out loud. He was saying with that jump, Hax, I'll get the ledge. And then Hax was like, oh, you got the ledge, I can up smash. And then he jumps onto the stage. It's just so sick when they talk like literally without talking to each other.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's like they're twins or something, or they have that, you know, super really intuitive connection.
Really, it's just understanding the game, though.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe if they haven't teamed together all the time, they're both from New York. They both played teams against each other many times. I'm sure Grab and Go versus Mutaking and Hax, or J-Man and Hax has happened many times.
Oh, back in the day, dude.
And they understand the way each other looks at doubles in particular. And we have a Game 3, very high-level Game 3 this early in our doubles tournament.
Yeah, this is... We're not even in semis, right?
No, no.
Yeah, this is quarters, I think?
I don't even know if we're that far.
I don't know. Well, we're about to find out.
Yes. It's quarters? It is quarters, okay. Shoutouts to Vince, always ready to provide information to the casters.
All right, so we got the Yoshi's pick.
Wow, what a pass and what a reception. We get an up smash pass from Hax. And it leads to Juicebox off stage. He still hasn't put his feet on the ground in the whole 15 seconds. Finally gets back down, and it's going to lead to an up smash. And that's the thing about La Luna, is he's always looking at his teammate, looking at what he's thinking. He sees the wave shine, and he's like, all right, you're going to up smash him. He just shields so he doesn't get hit too. These little points are like add up over time and give him a huge advantage.
Yeah, what's interesting about that is even if like Vist managed to super SDI the shine, he would still get stuck because of the collision against the shield.
Yeah, so he's like a sort of a little more resistance than just falling back against the ledge normally.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty cool.
So layers to that decision.
And I bet you that with how much traction Marth lacks, he would have fallen to the ledge and grabbed it before Juicebox would have got the ledge. So he would have fallen off stage altogether.
Honestly, I'm not sure about this pick. This pick seems like a pick that you would make when you're not used to playing against Hacks and the Moon?
Well, so this stage is good for them, but their game plan is one that I can sort of understand. The Marth, much like Falcon, needs a little room to make things work. And even though I think Yoshi's is a strong stage for him on teams, theoretically, if you can really box him out well, you earn a lot of 2v1s versus Fox, even if they're very, very short.
True. But at the same time, just even in singles and in doubles, I think the weak hits of Marth are sort of buffed on this stage.
Yep. And he just controls more of the stage. He slices his teammate, though. It's funny. That's going to happen sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. You can't let that rattle you.
No, and you can't let that interfere with your teamwork. You just have to, like, in your head say, it happens, and move on. That's sort of what we were talking about, right? La Luna's like, I'm going to jump up here, maybe I'll get hit, and Hax is aware. He's like, oh, you're going to try to hit my teammate?
Yeah, the dash attack, not worth it.
Yeah, he's going to up smash, and then if Vist was also thinking that same way, he could have run in and down smashed. Unfortunately, that wouldn't have killed him, but...
She got like 0 to 80 real quick.
It's going to be a tough recovery. La Luna making space in a very good way. Really like the choice in there. They set up a team's tech chase. I think in that scenario, Fox should also cover the option to get straight up because up smash will kill.
So like, actually
this is very tight.
Yeah, this could turn around. And
Blue team on their last stock. Like we were talking about earlier, if green team's going to make a push, it has to be right now before they lose their stock.
They need a big team play. And that's not the team play you needed. Oh no, you have Sheik in a 2v1 against two characters that are just designed to grab her and eventually destroy her.
Yeah, this is a really hard 2v1 to come back. Fox and Marth have such strong teams combos, and Sheik's not going to be able to really hit them. And not only that, but one of her strongest tools, grab, is like a non-factor in teams. The grab takes way too long.
It's basically out of play. That was an old like Mewtwo memory, I'm sure, because Mewtwo would always prefer the forward throw instead of just holding them for the extra percentage.
Yeah. Well, and you also, when you're being grabbed by someone, there's less knockback on a move.
That is true.
So like if you up smash, there's only like 0.75 knockback or something.
That again is like the difference in the way these two think. Wait a minute. Okay, the minute's gone.
Yeah.
But Hax is much more about optimal stuff. You know, like you said, he would write essays, and he has essays. They're available. You can read them. He's got theories. He's got like doctoral theses like